Hi, good evening everybody. I decided to do just a brief stream. I'm gonna put a timer. We're gonna be playing around an hour of Decisive Campaigns, Ardennes Offensive. So the topic of today would be actually to do the final moves of this round 13 moves and then change the date. I actually got this idea as we have discovered that there are so many enemy units here in the open in these marshes, that what if we played an air support card? German ground attack squadron made it through weather and allied fighters. We have also the Parad drop card. There's a lot of possibilities for us. But yeah, anyways, I was like thinking the possibility of bombing these and trying to convince them to withdraw from the marshes. However, I have now repositioned most of my units so that they are actually going the 12th SS is now going towards Malmedy, and from Malmedy we still have the same passage to this direction, but this is covered with forests, at least the early way here. But yeah, my idea was that we can either try to soften these guys up just to make it so costly for them that they don't make a defensive line in here. Alternative is that we use the air in the south. Let me just get there. You get the sense that how large is this front actually. Here we managed to capture or trap these enemy units. Do they have any anti-air equipment? Otto, okay, so you ended your 20th December 6 AM, so you are like one day exactly ahead of my playthrough. So I thought that I could play these. I need to play this card, but doing actually a German Jabo card, which is soft attack per aircraft 50, hard attack per aircraft 50. We could do an air attack on the units that have been trapped. I don't exactly know how the flak works in the game. So what is the range of this flak? Artillery range is 3, 44 light flak, 88 heavy flak. But do you know about the flak, that how big of a range does it have? Like if I'm attacking these individual hex, I know for sure that yeah, these units, well no, these units neither have, nor do these have any anti-air equipment. They don't seem to have anything in here. So I'm just thinking we could really try to do damage in here, because they are in open fields. They have also very low entrenchment, so that would really ease up destruction of this position. The alternative is that we use the air here. I think that is a possibility. I could do... How many air recon cards do I have? 3. So number of aircraft 10, real recon points per aircraft 20. Range in hex from target is 3. Okay. Because I think we could do one air mission in here, just to see, is this everything that they have? Is this the full line? Or are there more units behind them? Like, where is the artillery, for instance? Just for future reference, I think. Another possibility is to scout in here in Bastogne area. That where on earth is the 101st US Airborne? I just watched the today Band of Brothers, the Bastogne episode, so I'm just now thinking, where were those guys actually deployed? Because they were in like heavy forests. Probably here in the east of Bastogne. I'm just thinking, could they have been deployed like somewhere in here? I'm not completely sure. But they were inside the pocket though. Because this would be really crucial, that what if we, like, probably the worst case scenario, well actually it's not the worst case scenario if the allies would have like the full division here on this highway. Getting to the north, we have already set up a defensive perimeter in here. The only weak point is now, you know, this road. We don't have anything there yet to cover that approach. And I don't really have enough movement with anybody to go and get there. I think I might have even like too much concentration of units in this hex. Now, like in retrospect, I have 3 stacks. Panthers in here. We would like kind of desperately need more stuff to cut off this hex. Right now we can't cut it off. So the enemy units will be in supply for the next turn. That's how it seems like to me, at least. But okay. You are saving for the 11th Panzer Division. So it's this one, the OKV reserve. Yeah. That's reasonable. reasonable thing to do. So I'm just thinking, should we can of course wait the recon, we don't have to necessarily do it. But I'm gonna try to do the air attack. Well, actually, let's do the recon first here in north, and we see if there are some AA guns, and then we can decide: do we want to make this as painful as possible to keep enemy units in this hex, or do I just shell the other place? Let's take air recon. I want this hex. It's the 3 surrounding hexes. So, play card. 96 flag points, managed to repel 2 out of 3. We managed to get up to 20 recon. So yeah, we only had that one. Okay, so we can say that there are 2 units. But we couldn't recognize them, we didn't have enough. And there is apparently one unit in here too. This could be the artillery that is behind the cliff. That's of course smart, because we can't see what is behind the cliff in here. Yeah, I think and they were repelled by flak, many of those units, so I think this is the place. There might be some flak in these units, but I'm gonna try. It will nicely also soften these units, so their escape will be much harder and they are easier to take out. So let's play the Jabo card. Jabo. German ground attack squadron made it through weather and allied fighters. Jabo card on this hex. Plains mud. Play card. 5 aircat participating. Destroyed 1 US truck. That's sad. Only 5 out of 20 managed to participate. 20 structural damage. 150 traffic points. So they didn't really take damage, sadly. Okay, you have noticed. Yeah, I am actually also expecting that hiding your troops 19th of December onwards becomes more relevant, because they probably have a ton of air cards. So we have to be careful, but we still need to be pushing, so it's really hard. But this was really disappointing. I guess they managed to repel some, but there were no flak points, so I guess it was just... That's how good it was. Fairly bad. Fairly bad. Let's get the Führer brigade. But where should we place that? I'm just looking at the front. I think we have enough in Bastogne. The 2nd Panzer is handling it. Here in the central part, like in the lower part of St. Vith, we are kind of lacking. And yeah, this enemy unit, it's like, it has like one... I think, yeah, we can use this and use those high, or this is maybe the better choice. To deploy all of them in here. If we can. Let's deploy. That's good. Grenadier Brigade. I have Panthers too. Everything. That's nice. They don't have any movement right now. What are these? Marders. German converted many obsolete tanks into self-propelled AT guns. Yeah. These are just big artillery guns protected by old panzer units. Okay. But yeah, definitely this central Manhei. That's the main point here in the center. We would really need to get to Spa here with the Vipers units once Stavelot is taken. We could try to encircle what is left here, like really try to push hard. And yeah, that's probably for the next turn that we just try to go as fast as possible. And we can even send some of the units to get here. So I think that is a possibility, definitely. But okay. Let's try to check the supply status. Just in general, do we see like a lot of yellow areas? Well, these guys apparently they are not really getting that good of a supplies because this hex was given to the enemy. Well, that's not great. I thought it would stay under our control, but apparently when we moved the unit away here, it flipped. And now the supplies are getting really low. I could put a pioneer unit or something really. I just don't like it that they won't get proper supplies. If I put a unit in here, it's gonna get a lot of heat. So I'm not sure. But yeah, the previous streams main headache was this position. Now we have a lot of units that are just. Why did I do that? I moved it away from the city. I meant to do it that. Yeah, well, whatever. It's okay. It's fine. I just meant to do the other way around. That move everything to the city, but I somehow thought that the city was in here. Just didn't see enough. I should have used the smaller mode. These guys have entrenched, but I'm kind of scared to move to this tree line. I don't think I'm yet ready to push there. I think I should maybe wait one more turn. We know that there are allied units there. Wait for the day to break out and then do like an overwhelming artillery barrage, and then maybe we could break these initial defenses. But right now, if we go here, we're just gonna take a lot of losses here in the open ground. guns. I guess there. Okay, we have some hetzers. There. Okay. What about units in here? I think I could do this kind of movement. Move this in here. Although it's not entirely necessary, but maybe like that. Just that's good enough. And I don't really mind that these guys are not having the best supply. But maybe I should set up a depot in... Well, if we get Stavelot, that's a major supply. Yeah, that the southern part can be dangerous when those reinforcements appear. 3-1. I'm not really sure, do I want to attack the artillery without any preparation? Maybe I just sit tight. And do a reconnaissance in force. That is another option, but I think I'm gonna just sit tight with this unit in the heavy forest. I think that's fine. That unit I sadly still cannot take out. I think I could move in here to the high ground, so we have even a better chance to wiping it out in the next turn. But how about, let's go back to the supply mode. Supplies here in the middle. So Hufalis is a depot. I think we should make Filsalm, but it has a depot already, medium supply base. What is the supply base status? It's regular. It has some stuff. Okay. I guess we don't need to put it on build up. We can just keep it as it is. But how about Malmedy? I think this would make a lot of sense. Bullingen. What about here in the northern sector? I think there is supposed to be enough supplies coming from. Oh, they come so far though. Imgenbroich. I'm thinking that maybe I could place a minor depot in Malmedy. That would help then when we try, if we try to push here northwards. I think we need that. Here in the north, it doesn't seem like that we would need a depot. It's an option though. I could. This is probably the best place to put it on this highway. Well, I think we can play it safe and put like a minor depot in here into the city. I don't think it matters, is it next to the city or inside the city. But let's play it there. And then we can play a medium depot here in Malmedy. And I think it should be in the south side, because then the supplies can be delivered on either side. So I'm gonna be placing there also a depot. Yep. And the next thing that we can do, we can buy replacements, maybe. Replacements. We would have also then, what is our supply status? Unit supply, supply source fuel, supply source supply. Received off map, sent to units. Supply source stocks. I think we need a little bit extra now of those supplies too, so let's use all of our points. Yeah, now we can't use anything anymore. Medium supply base, build up phase. Yep. Let's just go to inspect phase, inspect mode. Okay, we have this infantry unit that has been guarding the crossing. I think we can safely now start sending these guys. Towards this sector. I don't know how aggressive the allies are in their air reconnaissance. Ranged attack. We have really actually pretty nice pretty good chances to do really good ranged attacks here. I'm gonna do ranged attacks then, I think. We don't have to move across, it's just finally we have good vision, line of sight in here, so let's hit these guys. No, these guys wouldn't help. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's do it. What kind of damage? Only 10 men. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't that great, the mortar fire after all. There is one anti-tank gun in here. Maybe better let it replenish the readiness. What about this infantry unit? It can't really do anything. Nope. No return fire expected. Okay, the engineers are out. This unit has a lot of stuff, but our recon is much lower. And only 50. 42. Yeah, it's not that good. It's not even as close as good with these units. Yeah, it's because they have much fewer mortars. As simple as that. The Hetzers. Hetzers can stay where they are. They can still replenish their readiness to be maximal. And then next turn we are gonna be attacking. Yep. I don't know, is there anything else that I would like to do at this point? I can still look at the new units are now moving in. That looks fine. Artillery has been used. The brigade is also moving. Yeah, there isn't really artillery. There is these 20 staff officers in this unit. I would like to move them into the HQ, but it's not that simple. Maybe I move the HQ. HQ in here. Light forest, heavy forest. But not here, not to these fields. No way. This was a mistake already. Yep. These guys would have 5 mortars. But and their readiness is really high. These units also have 5 mortars left. These ones only have 4. And these guys would try to fight back. Height level 0, height level 2, this is 1. 2, okay. And this is 2, okay. Feels like I'm a little bit unusing, I'm not using enough. But if I do any kind of movement, they will notice it and there's gonna be artillery called into these positions. as soon as I do it. So I rather maybe stay entrenched. Because this is a bad place to move. During daytime at least. Like everything looks rather okay. These I set to automatic movement. Let's see how that goes out. Trying to see if there are still some units that are not in their right sectors. That's fine. Fine. Oh yeah, this unit that was in combat. These guys are just resting in here. I think that's fine. 26th infantry. I guess it could move there and then start moving it this way. And let's like try to have it in this sector, holding these crossings or along this line. That's gonna be the goal for that unit. And you have... These guys are not gonna get supplies, I assume. Or they will, but it's gonna be difficult if I don't move in here to reclaim the city, even though... Well, I see 60-60. There still could be something in there. And we made contact with these engineers. But I don't think there's anything we can do. Not really. Okay, the supply is really bad. Now at least we have it open for these units. I think I had to do that. Let's see where these greyhounds, where does this recon squadron plan to move? And Hauser is waiting in the heavy forest. Yeah, that's probably okay. These Hetzers are out of line of sight, but if they do some air recon, they would spot them. These guys got caught up in here. We would need more infantry to clear out the artillery positions. We can get some infantry from this side, but not yet. Sadly, not yet. Yeah, this is better. That kind of movement sounds great. Here they shouldn't be able to see that well. 12% line of sight. If I would get the Hetzers in here, they would be like in a good position to attack. Because we need to take these artillery units out. That just has to be done. Otherwise all like movement in here is compromised. Because they can just start shelling us And I don't know about that unit. The HQ. It should just move a little bit south, not much. I think that's the best way to do that. I can move these guys out here. 25 line of sight, 12. Maybe better so. I think that these guys should be able to handle themselves. I think I've been moving this Hetzer like back and forth in here, but those Nachtruppen will definitely get caught up if I move. Well, maybe I can do it. Yeah. Just managed. That's scary. Scary stuff. Here we have still 8 movement. If this position truly is empty, there is light fortification, 55. Yeah, but I'm not gonna go there because just simply because of the fact that that if these guys retreat and these guys want to cross, even though it's a heavy forest and this is kind of an elite unit, I think there's still a high risk that they would get like completely taken out, even though there's a height level difference too and all those good things, but I'm still suspicious about that, so maybe not. And I placed the HQ into the forest. That's okay. This HQ, I have to take it. I'm gonna move it back into the forest. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm not gonna barrage with those 5. And I'm gonna leave these guys be just as they are. 182. Yeah. This is 55 movement. Not really that expensive, but they can't really see. These guys can see 50%. Okay. Because I'm willing to stack this position a little bit more, but yeah, there is no cards left. Speed card, I played it with the Panzer. Yeah, it's gonna be 30 movement cost to get it out from the forest. And yeah, okay. I think I'm done. I at least can't see anything back here that I would need to move. Only thing are these units. So the Volksgrenadier, they are already moving up there. This artillery is really lacking behind. I could even shell them if I want to. I think I'm good. It's just 10 men. What can they really do? Like if I really need to take them out, I can then... I don't know, what would I move? I will move the HQ unit. Or these guys. They will go through this sector anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue. Okay. And that's a heavy forest. I think we can move there. Okay. Looks good. This is a risky position, but I don't think there's anything else I can do to help those guys. This is a better position. This should hold, according to my calculations at least. Can they see? No, they can't really see anything in here. I think we should just be moving closer to the city. So maybe like that. And we wait with the artillery in here. The tanks in the open is a little bit scary idea though. I can move them in this light forest if I want to. Or I can hide them in the heavy forest. Leave this unit as a bait. That could work. So I'm just now a little bit worried about the allies using air, and the air could destroy these units. So maybe I hide them in the forest. Yeah, that's okay. And yeah, these Panthers are in march mode. But they shouldn't be seeing what's happening in here, so... I'm taking a risk if I keep them in march mode, and then... It's only 4 the movement cost. If I keep them. 4, 8, 12. I think I'm gonna keep them. Like that. They can be hit, but I doubt it. They are Panthers though. I don't afford to lose them. So maybe I just move them closer. One more. Yeah, let's play it safe. Let's not take crazy risks. Yeah, that's okay. I don't think there is anything else. I think I've moved all the units. So let's flip the... Let's flip it. You have 75-inch TV. That's a massive one. That is a massive TV. I think, and Yeah, like in that detail you can probably even see everything quite well. Probably even better than what I see with my computer screen. But okay, I don't think there is anything else I want to do in this turn, so let's just do it. Next turn. Oh, you couldn't disband some 50 troops in the emergency unit. Okay, you've been spoiled, you don't use your monitor anymore that much. Yeah, I could get that. I just have... It's a relatively small apartment, so I have a 40-inch TV myself. But it's actually rather small if I want to play something with PlayStation or watch some streams or anything. It's actually straining the eyes, I think. So I've been planning to update, but my idea was that when PlayStation 5 becomes available, maybe at the same time get a new TV. Okay, what the hell is happening? Airstrikes. Airstrike. 3 Panthers lost. Airstrike. Maltier Panther lost. Pioneer Infantry lost. 5 Panzer Force lost. Air supply. 2 Maltiers in the city lost. Air supply. Airstrike, 60 Pioneers lost. Okay, those airstrikes are getting deadly. Like, that was brutal. That Pioneer unit, yeah, it had to sacrifice itself for the greater good. Like, that was the reason that we were able to capture the city. Those Panther losses were... They hurt. They hurt when you lose tanks like that. I think I started off the turn a little bit carelessly in that respect, and then only now when I started moving my units and I had to take care of the line of sight. Intercept fire, okay. There's a lot of units are moving. Okay, they evacuated the artillery. Attacker was victorious, so they pushed out from the first one, intercept fire. So they are still trapped, but they managed to break out from the first intercept fire. So now they are cornered in this position here, still out in the open. But I hope that doesn't happen. Like what happened. Okay, and the allies are moving in the marches. That's good. That's really good. Come to me. Whoa. Pioneers taking heat. It's the same Pioneers. Defenders stood firm, but they managed to defend themselves, even though they've been severely punished by artillery and airstrikes. In the north, thus far it's looking... Intercept fire. They are moving their units. And now we can see fresh, bigger units arriving to the field. Okay. And they are setting up some kind of perimeter. Stavelot, they tried to storm it. Wow, that was crazy. Of course, we didn't have entrenchment, but we had a big unit there. That was kind of brave that they tried to storm it immediately. Yeah, we will go through these combats in detail. I want to see what is the casualty list right now at this stage. Please start the turn. Day overcast, afternoon night, morning. It's gonna stay overcast for the next 6 rounds. We have 62 extra victory points. 6,914 and 38,000. Okay. Auto moves. Air recon, minor, medium, new unit. I want to see those auto moves. How are they moving? Why did they move so many of them into these roads? It's such a high traffic jams. Doesn't seem that smart to me. Is it because those height differences, they can't really move that well? Well, using this dirt road doesn't seem like a smart idea after Panthers have already moved there, so just like need to do this manually now. I think I might take it away from the auto move. This seems to be taking forever to move them out. I just want to get them to Bullingen one way or another. I think I'm gonna take the auto move off, because I'm not sure is it working as I want it to work. So this is the HQ, and then show me the auto move. Auto move stop. Thank you. The HQ managed to get this far, but the rest of the units are here, like causing massive traffic jams in here. Okay. Well, let's go to the history. I'm gonna go zoom in a little bit because that affects the combat. Let's go big. 3 Panthers were lost east of Stavelot. Well, that was kind of unfortunate. I don't think anything could have saved that. Those flak guns should have been closer, maybe. Here we lost just 1 and 1. Here 1 Panther, 1 Maltier. That's okay to 20 pioneers or 20 men. It was okay, it was these tanks in the open. I was worried about them, but then they lost 5. Air supply, airstrike, only 2 trucks. Air supply. It was those pioneers that got hit. That rear area unit self-destructed. He lost 30 men. They lost 50 engineers and bunch of equipment. And pioneers got some heat, but then in the actual infantry attack, the pioneers stood firm, even though these guys attacked from high ground. So that was quite remarkable. That's 1 hour. Yeah, I need to check those army and corps guards. Defenders stood firm. They lost 140 men in their attempt, and we took like 75mm gun was lost, and I don't know, I guess these are like on par, these losses. I don't know what kind of attack were they going with. Was it a recon in force, or was it a full attack? But that's about it. That was everything. That was all of the moves. Okay, and these guys are now in a really bad supply situation, but this is actually perfect. Yeah, they didn't really get that many supplies. Supply status is really bad. But this is actually super good that they arrived. We have a chance to destroy 1, 2, 3. I think we can not necessarily destroy, but we could at least wound them so badly that they would be like only shells of their previous existence, and we still have like the panthers here close by, so we don't have to worry. We have a heavy guns, panthers, everything. We can now deal with them. Even though I moved a lot of my stuff out, I can still fight there. In here, nothing really happened. We performed some intercept fire against these units that appeared in here, cavalry squadron. They moved some tanks in this area. This combat engineer unit, I don't know what to do with it. We just need to encircle it, but I guess I would need to take these anti-air guns. Do we have any anti-air? Yes, we have here one, but we need plenty of more in this sector, so I need to take those guys out. And of course one enemy unit appeared in here, in this hex. That's gonna make our attack here much more difficult. Cavalry group. They withdrew from here without challenging us. The recon squadron decided to go this way. More units appearing. More units appearing in there. Howitzers, anti-tank guns. Okay. Those we can take out. Seriously? So Bastogne looks like this right now. And they didn't destroy the Greif team. The priests are in here. Well, the way I see it, we would destroy the priests. But is this empty? But yeah, like, okay. Anyways, we can destroy these priests, we can take their, also these ones, take out their artillery support. Our recon is, this hex is even given to us, so this is empty for sure. So they moved this roadblock unit away. But I think there is still a unit in this hex, so I'm not gonna, there has to be, there were in previous turns, it couldn't have moved out completely. So, okay, 101st Airborne Division, it's here. It's finally here. Yeah, like cornering those engineer units. They just dig in, and if they are in heavy forest, my god, they will never surrender. Like, you can't do artillery damage to them if they are in heavy forest. Like, this is the same situation with this unit. Okay, they withdrew with these guys. I'm kind of happy that my units here were able to sneak undetected. Now most of their artillery is in this area. I think I need to think about storming this tank battalion. I'm just worried that can they really do hopping over? This is not a minor river, it's... Or yeah, I think... What were those classifications? It was minor. Then there was like... Was it a medium river? And so on. I'm a little bit worried that these units can hop. Yeah, they definitely will be able to hop over. So that's why I need to block all possible exits. I can block this by moving that unit in there. And I think this position was actually perfect against the Team Edward. Because now they couldn't even manage to get out of here, they got intercepted. Rear area plus, yeah, these anti-air trucks. They are like infantry killers. So I need to be really careful if I want to engage with them. Not even sure do I want to. Team Watson. Team Watson is probably gonna get destroyed. Those priests are nowhere to be seen anymore. I think they could be still in here. The HQ unit also has disappeared. We just lack the recon. I think they are here. Not really sure how do I take this AA battalion. I think with artillery. That's probably the best. 202. 204. 11 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So probably just 11. But yeah, these 8 hexes, no way. Yeah, it can do much better barrage in here. But okay. Okay, we can get into this business. Let's check the cards, by the way. What is the new unit? 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. They really called a lot of divisions to this combat. Like, they just keep appearing. We can also check the stats. Casualties sustained. They are rising. Tank class casualties. Total troops, we actually now for the first time have more tanks than the allies have. Casualties sustained. 200 to almost 1000 tank losses. Okay. Where should we start? What is the easiest place? Well, look at that. Six to 1. I think we want to do an artillery duel. We have 107 entrenchment, they have 56. It's the airborne unit. That's not worth it. Let's do it in here. 6 to 1. Okay, no howitzers left. That was pretty brutal. 50 movement cost. 50 also. Yeah, I think we want to destroy the Recon Squadron. We can send one of these guys there. The other one, I would recommend Kohenhausen will do the attack in here. Kohenhausen should probably do the attack first. Not really sure what should I do in here. Like, it doesn't really make sense even to... Like, we would need a division. We would need some kind of a unit that would hold this river crossing. (44-32). As soon as we move in here, they're gonna barrage at us. So what is the best course of action? Would it be the Panthers? Panthers against 75mm howitzers. And what's the supply situation? I can move into this heavy forest, of course. 44, but I can barely move out of it. That's the problem. I don't think they can see, but I think just in case if there is another unit in here, I think I needed to do that. Okay, we can see that there are airborne regiments arriving here. So they are not like helping with the Bastogne area itself, they are here in Berton area actually. And at this point, yeah, we should... Let's now play those cards that you were mentioning. 2nd Panzer Division belongs to this one. Okay. Which is the 5th Panzer Army. And I'm gonna give them the freedom card, I think. I think that's the right thing to do. But is there... The effect of this is modified for each unit's HQ power. Okay. No, not those cores, but it's these ones. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'm gonna play it for the 2nd Panzer Division. Let's just see if I should move some units before I do that. So everything that is within the yellow range is okay, is acceptable, you know. Yeah, most of the stuff is within the yellow. These guys I can get here. But what will the supply be like? Not really that great. I think they could just move in here. So now we can play that card. So Manteuffel, freedom, AP offensive defensive, play card, 2nd Panzer. Yeah, it's those Kohenhausen and those units, they can't be helped, but let's do it. 8% increase in offensive and defensive capabilities, as well as 16 action points maximally. 16 action points is pretty substantial. Let's see. Let's see, 16 action points, 65. Yeah, 65. Where are these guys in the map? They are in here. I think this sounds good. We can soften these guys up a little bit before we barrage or attack into them. 150, 120, 150, maybe better. Okay, one howitzer only. Well, 237mm guns taken out. Readiness decrease. Attack. Okay. One howitzer was left. Retreated. Not retreating this time. Yeah, so now the airborne is arriving. Tank defense would be -40, so we don't necessarily want to put the Panthers in there, but yeah, we have to devise a plan. So I just felt that we had to take the artillery out, even though it wasn't that heavy artillery, but still. Yeah, the cards they are interesting. They are different. They are different than in most games. It's the legacy from the previous titles, where the developer Vic had used like more role-playing elements. So in that respect, and I think it works. It's an interesting mechanic to do it by cards. At least I'm not complaining. 95. Yeah, I think these guys have to do it alone. Gliders, priests. I don't know how those Nachtruppen just died, but now they are both in here. Yeah, I think I should have used %. Yeah, we could definitely destroy them after that. I'm just thinking. $41. You know, I'm just playing with the idea that what if I take these priests out by utilizing these guys? But which one should I use? These have 4 buck guns. They have 7 88mm ones. Yeah, the ranged attack won't do. You just don't have enough recon like that. They have 50% line of sight. They might try to do some intercept fire. Because I need to know in... But yeah, I think I will have to do this. Okay, this is supposed to be empty. That doesn't mean it's empty. I'm not sure is it empty though, because the obstruct is 80. But recon 40 should it's over the height value and it's empty. So I guess 30, we are left with 45. Okay, I take it. We get a 10% modifier. That's good. But only 8% of them will actually contribute. Should I do some preliminary artillery fire there or something? Because I could. There is this target though. We could maybe even wipe them out completely without. Let's soften the... I want to take all of the priests out, so 3-1 odds. Do it. Okay. 91-1. In these kind of cases, I'm always wondering that when we are outnumbering so heavily, should it just make sense to do an all-out? Yeah, we would have needed more rounds of combat. They panicked. And we managed to lose 20mm flak guns. Yeah, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, Greif team alive past turn 14. Yeah, that's... But I don't know, I don't think I maximized their capability, but they have served their purpose. They've given those important pieces of recon. And helped in that respect. Yacht Panthers, according to the combat report, they still have 77 movement action points. What? That's interesting. Let's do some shelling. I would rather take these out without a fight. So I think I'm going to... Not really sure about what is in here. I would need some recon. These have 29 Nebelwerfers. They are really overwhelmingly large unit. What if we use like guns like this? But I'm less doubtful that I can take anything out with them. Yep. Then we have the panzer artillery in here too. These guys are in light forest now. I think I can leave the probing. I could probe from two sides too, but it would consume both of their action points. It's just a unit that retreated twice. I guess I start with the pioneers. And then these guys finish the job. Okay. They managed to lose their mortar. Yeah. That was fairly disappointing. But somehow they managed to lose one mortar there. This is only 20 men. And this is only this few men. I think I will move this unit. It still can't shoot a barrage there though. Okay. That's a shame. How about do it in here? Okay, there's just 3 bazookas anymore left there. If you manage to lose Jagdpanther to simple bazookas, yeah, that's what I thought. But now it has only 43 movement, yeah, because this was an expensive movement position. And then moving in here, it doesn't have enough. That's a shame. But what about the city? There has to be a unit in the city though. I would recommend sending something super small there first. And now the tanks are also in a good position here. The Greif thing can go in here in Cypre. Or to the outskirts. Let's go to the outskirts first. Or should we like try to pretend that we have a unit going through this highway here? I guess we could go here first. Like that. 29. Yeah, because there was combat in here, that's why the movement in this hex is more expensive. I think heavy urban. This is just too small of a unit. But I guess I have to waste. It's only 20 men, I guess. Panzer artillery or regular. Let's use regular artillery. Yeah, it's still able to exist. Okay, did they reinforce the city position? Probably. Probably they did. The howitzers are here. Yeah, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. I think I have to send the pioneers to do the scouting then. Or how am I gonna do this? Am I seriously gonna use a full unit to do do that recon, or I mean like use a full barrage against this insignificant force. The other option is that I have to attack and lose those action points. Otherwise we could have made it in here into the heavy forest or something like that. Could we do it just with flak guns? I think we can. We can do the attack with flak guns. Yep, that's good. Now we can even get this far if we want to. And leave this side for these units. Okay. Okay, and we discovered this kind of engineer unit. 54. Fields of mud. They have anti-tank guns. 2 glider troops. Yeah, the glider troops. We got them up in here. What about what's the range of these werfer? It's just 4. They would still need to move 1 more. 1 more hex. But okay, let's... These guys can shoot in here, but the recon is still too low. Who am I gonna send into the city to? Like the best case would be that we recognize. I can give these guys the recon card. Right. They should hopefully notice that there is something in the city. But I'm not sure. Or let's just send the pioneers in. What? It was completely empty. All this time. Seriously? I was 100% sure that there was a unit inside there. So they managed to pull out. Because they had 2 units in here and 1 unit in this hex. So is this the unit? Is it... Did they somehow manage to move it in here? Okay. So I assume that this is an engineer unit then in here. Well, well, well. That kind of changes everything. Well, what are we gonna do now? Gonna move this guy in here. 29 movement cost. These priests can still... They can still shoot. Two rounds of ranged attack. Here it would be 6 to 1. Well, okay, I didn't expect that. 37, 36. Okay. But we want a better recon on this hex. I think we can still take this unit. Lair is in here. Yeah, it can still get the maximum. I'm gonna give it the recon card. $901. Should be this unit. Yep. Play card. I'm gonna move it in here. So we have 62 recon, 61. Still can't see what's in there. There's two units coming that way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... This is also very like lucrative position to attack into. Let's move these first one here. Maybe move also the other ones. They have a better entrenchment though in here. Uh, 214. $213. Vesper range was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it should be enough. So I'm gonna be either using those or I can use really the big guns. Yeah, let's use them in here. Okay, only 10 men taken out. They have a lot of those 57mm AT guns. Bunch of them, actually. Okay, these guys can't still fire. Panzer artillery here in the front lines would be also really helpful. I don't know which is more important, to take the city or cause maximum destruction. I mean, like, take these xenon champs. I think destroying this is also really important, but how important is it actually? That's kind of difficult to say, to give it a price. Those priests try to fire back. I think I could... I'm gonna fire with these in here. Okay. And with these into the city. Not really successful. Some gliders were taking. We don't know all of the damage that we did, but Maybe this could have been a better target after all. $214. Yeah, I'm gonna do the barrage in here. Okay, 10 men, 1 anti-tank gun. 3-1 odds now. This is 29 movement. Yeah, this is much cheaper. Gonna do it like that. Sending in more Stooks also. We still haven't discovered what the other unit is. Like, what the hell is that? I can do ranged attack against those, or in here 696 or 587. Let's just do it in here, ranged attack. Further 10 men taken out. This would be 6-1. Now probably a little bit better. Do I need to dedicate 1 unit for scouting simply? Simply because of this situation in here. Yeah, because I think the other one is probably engineer unit. So the city attack might not be that good of an idea as it seems. Seems to be right now. 53, then we would have all of these units in the same hex. I don't like that either. I think we can do it like this. Let's move the pioneers. Okay, we establish it's a airborne battalion unit. Gliders. $14-1, that sounds great. Do we even need more stuff? Well, we can take the pioneers in. We get a little bit of a attack saturation in terms of half trucks. $22-1. Yeah, but I need those infantry to attack those guys. Or do I just leave it for the armor? The pioneers could contribute. I'm suspicious, will the armor be able to attack after this against the engineers though? Let's maybe just do it like this. For Panther there is no modifier, for Nachtruppen and Panzerschreck. Okay, do it. Yeah, they really resisted. Kind of weird. One Stuk was lost. And let's also move the Stuks into the city. Yeah. 10 to 1. I can do ranged attack against these guys. I think I will. Yeah, it's just gonna be one. It's gonna be 2 rounds. Just 1 round, I think. Do it. Okay, nothing. No damage. Ten to 1 odds. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, look at that. They retreated. 4 rounds of combat. It was enough to dislodge them. Okay. And then move the infantry. That we are not like overstacked. 68. We could even hunt them down. Do we have some long range artillery? These guys. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then we can do an attack. And we lost 1 half truck. 53 recon, height 34. And they went into this position. Okay, that's excellent. Yeah, now these guys are easy to destroy. Easy to destroy in here. Kampfgruppe Hardik. Okay. And your division is in here, so these guys should be heading southwards. Show me the supply status. Okay, this supply is not that great. It's because of that. How about now? Still, the supply is not that good there. Bertong obstruction is 60. So, but the height is 34. So I'm just like thinking, is this a dangerous place to put my panthers into the city? Defensive modifier for tanks is minus 40%. I think that is very dangerous. Only, I know that they have mortars only. These guys have anti-tank equipment. Wolf 68. We could... I think we can even start chasing. Regular attack. Will they surrender for an all-out attack? No, they won't. They have 22 readiness, but they are still... yeah, okay. Skorzeny go inside the city. And let's play speed card for Wolf. Speed increased 40 action points. Whoa. So we can actually fight in here. We don't have that much infantry, so it doesn't look as good as I would hope it would look like. No. Oh, that doesn't make sense. This one barraging in here could make sense. No, didn't have any effect. Yeah, this is only 70 men against 140 men. It's just the tank advantage that we have. Yeah, these guys can't attack if they go there. I would maybe send the pioneers this way to hold this position. Villeroux. And maybe Lair division goes down and 2nd Panzer will go northwards. I think that's the only way, because we have these guys in here. So it would only make sense if we sent the 2nd Panzer after Bastogne northwards. I don't know about, like, yeah, this is the main highway then. That's what 2nd Panzer should be fighting for. Ranged attack 100 to 1. Let's do it. Okay, 10 men taken out. 3 to 1 odds there. So little offensive modifier. 224. Are you seriously that weak, unit? That's super weak. Because it's only 70. Like, look at this. Do we want to engage with these guys? With 70 men. They have relatively high vigor, but their readiness is low. They have 0 entrenchment right now. So they are quite in the open. I think yeah, what the hell, this might be like a tank nightmare to go to Berton. But if we don't take it now, it's gonna be fairly impossible to take it after. Should be empty. It is empty. Yeah, well, this unit can be now destroyed completely. Yeah, I think we should destroy it. Let's just take it out. Yep. As simple as that. And can we get anybody to help Wolf? I still have these tanks here, thank you, Panthers. Panthers would be available. Mm, 68 movement. Yeah, I should have given the movement points for the Panzer, this unit. Well, okay. Okay, it's one tank destroyer battalion there. This is the same height level. Okay, this is so bad apparently that it's just gonna do more bad to us than good. And the command of the layer division, yep. 53-1 attack. Okay, they capitulated completely. One tank lost. I could say fairly successful thus far. We could attack uphill. Try to take these guys out. Their readiness is super low. Is there still some barrages that we could do? These guys can do it, but nah. Let's just attack uphill. Okay, we couldn't take out anything else than just 2 trucks. But their readiness is now really diminished. Okay. I think I can move the infantry a little bit back. Just in case of a enemy trying to call an air or artillery strike. Yeah. Tank destroyer battalion. Wolverines. M18. And then just greyhounds. These Volkskrens, I think we need them in the north. We need them here to hold these lines. And my idea was to send the tank unit here. So Kochenhausen goes here and attacks. Okay. Kochenhausen was successful. Maybe go just back to the road. And preferably we want to strike these guys from 2 sides. I'm just gonna provide a better recon in here first. That was my idea. Why I moved that unit. So yeah, we can see that it's unmanned. There's no artillery. There's 1 mortar. They shouldn't be able to disrupt us. Take it out of the march mode. Take this guy in here. HQ. Temporarily it could go a little bit here to give better orders, or it can just stay put. I'm not sure. 9-1. I think it would do probably good if we move it. Just temporarily. If we can provide proper range. Yeah, I think this is the best we can do. I can do some harassing artillery fire first. Yeah, it lowered their readiness a little bit. Nothing else though. Oh yeah, that alternative paved road. The Bastogne. This one. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think you were completely right. Right with that. I'm not gonna take the risk and try to move in here. Our recon is only one. Just one. The Panzerlehr to the outskirts. Definitely like that. Yeah, we just need to, I think, holding, like if we look at Bastogne here, holding this, those positions, that basically cuts off all possible ways into the city from the west. Yeah. So I need to have units in these three. And then in the south, well, Panzerlehr should be moving in that direction, so Panzerlehr goes south. And then the second Panzer will go here, here. I think that's the way. I think this Panzerlehr unit should... We need to still do quite a bit of operations in here, so I'm moving some units that way. The pioneers should definitely go there. These ones should probably stay in the southern sector. More artillery available. I don't know, this is solo readiness, but it's still so far from doing anything useful. Panzer artillery here. And this artillery, I think we would need something in here, but I think this is enough maybe. So this guy can just, I don't know, go this way, I guess. And 2nd Panzer Division, stay where it is, that's fine. Here we need some reinforcement, so I'm maybe gonna send the second Grenadier Regiment, put it in march mode, and then just start driving to the highway. Higher to the front. We need help. Pioneers could either... I think we have enough in there, so let's move these guys in here. Yep, that looks relatively good now. And now we can perform the attack. Oh, these guys, I almost forgot them. Let's take the Baccans with us. Let's take them with us, and Mortars have 5 is their range. Well, we have more targets in here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be enough to do that. Yeah, I think softening these guys up with 1 more barrage makes sense. But it could be these guns that do it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it with these guns. One Scot taken out, okay. 12 to 1, 11 to 1, yeah, it goes down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be ranged attack with these guys. Semi-blocked line of sight. How is it blocked? It should be direct. 7 to 1. You can do it. Okay, 1 Stuart. 1 Greyhound. 15 to 1 attack. Okay. They managed to retreat. We can do a ranged attack now. We can also use infantry if we want to. Let's do the range with the tanks. Okay, they lost that much with... And then we can just destroy them. Yeah, that was my plan. That was pretty nicely played out. So the 101st Airborne Division, it had arrived, but it just couldn't find, or it couldn't reach the main field of battle in time. This is looking more improbable to take Martelange right now. But I'm gonna be playing that card that I get the Feldersatz for the HQ, and then it's gonna have the maximum movement, and it's gonna support the attack here. So that's kind of my idea. This all looks very nice here. Now this sector is a big question mark. Let me just see the map, like the strategic view. So Houffalize, Bastogne, Martelange is here. Peel, Salm, Saint with Malmedy. Yeah. You mentioned in the chat that Kuvi looks looks tough. Through Guvi. No, actually through Guvi. Through Guvi. Bastogne. Why on earth I can't see Guvi right now? I'm completely lost. There are so many little villages in here. Paved road. Villerö. Where does this road go? Okay, I think we are quite secure. I think I'm controlling all these main roads in here. But okay. Oh, you mean Guvi in here, this road? Yeah. Sorry, it just took a long time for me to realize that where on earth was Guvi in the map. Like, it's not next to Bastogne, it's like in here. Here, they are definitely holding this road is important. It's also supply wise. And Hufalis is our medium supply base. So yeah. Yeah. That's fine. It was my bad. But okay, that was really nice combat that we had in there. Going here into Montleban. That should be the task of Volksgrenadiers. I'm not gonna send armored units in those roads. No way. I'm just thinking that should I be blocking in here, or should I try to exploit the possibility that right now this all seems empty? Like, we have a chance to exploit it like this and send these guys, I don't know, somewhere. I'm gonna be... I think Von Bohm could move in here. This is just a small glider unit. Okay. Well, in that case, I think the Nebelwerfers even could hold out against them on the other side of this riverbank. But this is probably the pioneer unit. They would be now exposed in the open. You know. Second Panzer. They would be moving too far away from their divisional command. Like, their command is still lacking. They are just barely in the range. So yeah, like, even though I like the idea of advancing, of course I can start moving the HQ further north, but I don't think it's yet the time. There's too much combat activity in here. I think we could definitely move in here though. These Panzer Grenadiers. We could go and destroy this Team Walker if we really want to. And then we could pull these guys out. Or we can start already consolidating and moving everything northwards. I don't know, is this worth it? We have 113 movement points. I guess we have to use them. Let's just go and destroy Team Walker. I think, or can we do it though? We have just buck guns. I don't think we have enough heavy equipment. Even though we have all these nice bonuses, it's looking really nice, this unit, but we can also take advantage of this 113 action points that we could get this unit really north, you know. Let's move it, let's start moving it. Yeah, we can get it this far. I think this would be excellent, maybe to have them in here. $75 movement, 87. Yeah, we can do 88. Or we can get them this north in here. Maybe I would rather go. I would rather go, of course, in here, but that's not a possibility. Let's do it like that. How about the supplies? Well, the supplies aren't that good either. I think they can stay in here. That's okay. Aye. Yeah, it's important. I have the tendency to be too spread out, but you are exactly right that just once you picked up a direction for the units, you kind of have to stick with it. You don't have a chance to change your heart in that respect. Just you can't have a change of heart at that point. But yeah, these Panzerkerne, they are way too weak. Barrage through. We need this main highway if we want to keep anything properly supplied. I'm just worried that are there still more units lurking in here? I thought that there would be, but maybe I just consolidate. I'm gonna move the Werfers. This should be empty though, right? Recon 54. Recon 44. Yeah, we can just stay here with these and shoot up a single barrage there or something. We can try to take advantage of the situation and move these guys here. They have 11 mortars. It's not that bad. There's a lot of targets in here. We have better recon than against these glider people. Can the glider people just easily get across here and then do an attack on our Werfers? this way they wouldn't be doing anything. I think I'm gonna give them a barrage. Take it. Okay, not really successful. These Panzer Grenadiers. They can't see anything that is in here. Like, there's a chance that this road will be cut off if I move these guys any further. Is this practical? But yeah, this is maybe the only chance that we have to have the enemy here on the left side. That's okay. That's what I can handle. But if they are in here, there is no way getting north in here, so I'm just worried that can we keep up the perimeter? Like, if this supply line gets cut off, that's really bad. Then the supplies will be going through this mud road. I'm also thinking that should I send the Flakabteilung here to support that Werfers don't get destroyed. Right now they have a authorization of moving back if they take 25% losses. This is just fields of snow, so we'll have to go into this heavy forest. But there might be an enemy unit there, of course. We just don't know. I think moving anywhere in here is okay. Yeah, at least we discovered that there's no enemy units in here. Sadly, these can no longer go into this heavy forest. But according to our recon, it should be empty. They can't see what is in here. So I guess I'm gonna be moving my unit exactly here. Rather like this. Yeah, this is now hidden. This they can only see. If I move these guys one more hex, I'm not sure will they get any supplies. You know, this line of control might like, or I don't know, they might get. I'm gonna move them here. Whoa. What the hell? Okay. So we ran into. Imagine if this 4-stack was in here, just one hex lower. That would have been a death sentence. So okay. Well, if I'm looking at it this way, having this unit in here is now preventing them moving these guys south. So yeah, definitely useful. We look at the south a little bit. What kind of odds are we looking at? 1-to-1. Yeah, we need artillery and we need like all kinds of stuff to make this happen. Okay. I don't think they can do this retreat, that they would climb 2 hexes up and cross a river. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Well, look at that. They have such a massive high ground modifier in here. I think these are gonna be very interesting battles. Do we have 1 unit? Okay, we could get up here. But we want to prevent also this hex. But before that we want to make sure that this guy has been pushed out. And all that. Yeah, this is really interesting. I think we have a nice turn here in the south. Unless this artillery will harass us. Then we have to think about our approach. We will get spotted when we move in here. So that's gonna get really brutal. How do we get close to the city? And there is of course there's a lot of tanks now in here in this area too. So that's gonna make it even more difficult for us. And then we have to now take these tanks out that have been encircled. Hausser can't move far enough. So my trapping idea didn't succeed. But that's fine. Yeah, there is a lot of cool combat gonna be in the next stream. I just have to go to bed now, so that's why I'm like looking at the front overview. Yeah, this looks fairly manageable. How about in here? Here I think the tanks are a bit more entrenched than I would like. Not really sure, do I want to... Yeah, as a ranged attack. Which... Yeah, ranged attack we could take out the rest of these tanks. But it would probably use all of the combat value of the unit. And what kind of odds do we have in here? Seven to 1. Quite good. But I think it's lying a little bit. It's gonna be massive losses, like 200 entrenchment. It's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be at least 100 men lost for us if we try to clear that right now. There is trucks, there is all kind of stuff in here. And also I think here this is the turn to really hurt the 1st Infantry Division. I see at least that we can take these three units out completely, hopefully. Unless if they all retreat in this hex. But the alternative is that we first try to like cut off the flanks, but it's not looking that great either. Here the enemy is trying to withdraw to their own lines with these 2 units. I don't know what kind of they are, but probably fairly strong. And here enemy is amassing troops. They have a lot of mortar teams in here though. I think we can take them out. So that's gonna be cool. And these tank destroyer battalions, they are now in open country. And we have Stuks and Hetzers, so I think we can use them to just do the ranged attack. And then we need to get our artillery ready and move some units to take these positions, as we just managed to stop the enemy advancing here. Okay. And our own units, how far can they get? They can actually get to the rear in this turn. So they would be in combat in the evening. And the function for these units is just to hold. Nothing else. And yeah, we could even try to wipe out this 117th Infantry Regiment. It's like we cover 3 sides of it. And we have to do a lot of barrages against it because they have those mortars. I need to take the mortars out. However, it's like 1207 mortars. Each of these regiments has 15 mortars, so it's even more than that. But yeah, I see that this is gonna be a major battle in there. So you're in California and plenty of daylight for me. Yeah, I get it. The time difference is pretty big. Is it like something like 11 hours if I'm playing in Finland? So, but yeah, I think I just committed in this campaign, of course. Maybe another option could have been that I played like smaller scenarios, and then after that, after learning all those things, I could have started the grand campaign again, but I think I'm still like within the game, you know. And I invested so much time, so I'm gonna stick through this. But yeah, I think it's gonna be much more interesting experience if you play it like for the second time. Not necessarily that you know about the placement of the units and like that, but just about the game mechanics and how to use the cards and like all those things, the weather, line of sight, like all those things. You start to get a better intuition little by little. Every round I at least feel that I learned something new. And now the whole supply aspect, using the roads, all the cards that I have available. Like I think I have massively underused those core and army level cards. So I completely agree. But I don't know who plays those really like small scenarios. I don't know. Some people play, I've noticed on Twitch, and I think Strategy Gaming Dojo, he started off a smaller scenario. Maybe as a play by email. If you do it like, if you want to play synchronized with your friend, meaning like that you both are willing to play at this time, so the other one has like 15 minutes to do the turns, do the moves, and then you just give the game to the other one. I think that would be a perfect use for those smaller scenarios. But of course the main thing is this grand campaign. It takes a lot to be playing this though. Like this is so, you have so many places to do mistakes, but then of course you have opportunities to try to rectify them. Yeah, I think Dojo is really a good streamer in that respect, that he in like specifically about War in the East too, also that's the game that I learned following his tutorials too. So I think he kind of also like got me into following Matrix and Slytherin as a developer, or as a publisher, and look what kind of games they have there. And the fact that you just can't find all the cool games on Steam, I think that's interesting. But yeah, yeah, I think my stream is, I'm done for the day. So, but these are my thoughts. Yeah, I think Dojo is patient guy that he's still playing the same version 1.0 of the game. And also the thing that if you would now start these Decisive Campaigns, Ardennes Offensive all over again, I showed it was it earlier this week when this latest patch came out, that now all of the bridges have been blown up across the Start River. Sir, I think there's only like 1 or 2 bridges that are left intact, so the initial push for the Germans is gonna take a little bit more time. I think that's a major change. It will impact your advance in the first two turns. And I also noticed that some of the units are locked. I think they were locked also previously, but not necessarily that many of those units. I would have to look at those first streams that I did to verify that, but the last time I checked with the current beta patch, a lot of them are locked, so maybe expect a more sluggish start as the Germans. Yeah, exactly that. I think there were 3 divisions that froze, but the bridges were not blown. Exactly. But I'm kind of happy that they were not blown, because that gave me a fighting chance, even though I was really new to the game when I started. So in that sense, trying it out next time, I would probably up the difficulty one more, or keep it the same, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of happy with the AI in terms of the combat difficulty, but the placement of some units has been a little bit questionable. So at least I would be setting the AI to the slow settings, that it would take the maximal amount of time to think about those moves. Because I'm not in a rush, I at least think that the normal time is also really fast, at least on my computer. So I don't have that kind of problem to wait for the AI to make the best decisions. Yeah, that some of the divisions were not moving, thought it was a glitch, but yeah, like it was a little bit unclear, but I kind of expected that maybe there is some kind of those kind of mechanics. And in the beginning I had 160 PP, I didn't use my cards efficiently to take new units. and then in that one patch, was it 1.0004, they had that fuel problem that they managed to break the fuel usage so that the axis fuel usage was for all units. It wasn't like an issue. They used like only 10% of the actual fuel that they were supposed to use. And that happened in that patch. Something broke the code, but now they fixed it, so that's why I'm also been thinking that maybe I shouldn't be buying those fuel cards in all of the turns, or at least I didn't buy them in the early turns. So I guess it kind of balances it out that there was the bug in the code. So, but yeah, I think this is still enjoyable, and I think it's gonna get more difficult further on, which is great because I think I've developed as a player, so I enjoy the challenge. But yeah, I think that's for everything for the day. Let's see about tomorrow. I can't give any guarantees. It just depends on the schedule and how the day is gonna go, because I have some reading tasks that I have to do, and a lot depends just how many pages am I able to read on a day. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely next week there's gonna be more Decisive Campaigns. I think I made a decision that I'm gonna wait till there's gonna be a next patch for War in the East 2 before I continue that campaign. There is not necessarily that much wrong in the version that I'm playing with, but the current 1.13 patch is kind of considered broken for the air units and the anti-air causing too minor or too massive casualties. But either way, it's gonna be Decisive Campaigns. So see you then, and thanks for good comments again, and I think this is progressing quite nicely. So see you then in the next stream. Good night. Bye.